Well, a large group of Palestinian supporters have started gathering in Sea Point in Cape Town for a rally to show solidarity with the people of the Gaza Strip. The rally will be addressed by struggle cleric Reverend Allan Boesak and Gift of the Givers founder Imtiaz Sooliman. Many more people are joining the gathering, waving Palestinian flags on the Sea Point Promenade. Let's now cross live to SABC News reporter Corbin August to tell us more. Corbin, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. I do believe that you are with the Gift of the Givers. And we remember, of course, last year how one of the members of the Gift of the Givers was killed during the airstrikes in Gaza. Just talk to us about what are people saying there and, of course, what is happening at the moment.
Which is not only in Sea Point, even in town.
Yes, indeed. Well, good day to you and to the viewers at home. Indeed, we are crossing to you from just here on the Sea Point Promenade in Cape Town, where thousands of pro-Palestinian supporters have come out to show support for the Palestinian cause today. And of course, this is part of the global day of action for Palestine that's taking place in various cities across the world. Yes, indeed, struggle cleric Dr. Allan Boesak was among the speakers, but also Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman, the founder of Gift of the Givers, was also one of the speakers. And of course, these thousands of pro-Palestinian supporters have come out just to show solidarity with the people of Palestine and also just to show their support, especially with what's happening with regards to what's happening in Gaza at the moment with the ongoing conflict and the war. But we do have Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman, the founder of Gift of the Givers now, just to give us a bit more of an update and some more insight into what's happening here today. Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman, thank you so much for joining us.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much.
So maybe let's just start with today. We see these thousands of pro-Palestinian supporters who have come out to show their support. Just talk to us about the global day of action and what's happening here today.
Well, today is a great day for humanity. It's a very positive sign for humanity that humanity is conquering inhumanity. That justice is beating injustice. That truth is going to conquer falsehood. And I'm very proud to be a South African today. To see that for 99 days, South Africans have stood up in very difficult circumstances to sustain a movement for 99 days, supporting somebody who's not even part of you. You don't even know who they are. You don't even know any individual person there. They're from another country, but they are oppressed. South Africans identify what oppression, apartheid, injustice, genocide, ethnic cleansing, collective punishment, and settler mentality. You know, it's a great day that so many South Africans have come up to support the Palestinian people. And the Palestinian people are fully aware of this support that they're getting from South Africans. When we took the stand to go to the ICJ, this overwhelming support and the joy that came from Palestinians, not only from Gaza, from all over the world, was incredible. South Africa took the right decision. They were on the moral high ground. And as a country and a people, we need to show our government that took the stand to go to the ICJ and the Palestinian people that we stand with them. And we identify and we thank the people from Cape Town, from South Africa, and from all the countries across the world that are standing with Palestine. It's the right thing to do.
And just when we were listening to you speaking earlier, you mentioned the unbreakable spirit of the Palestinians and just the support going forward. Just what do you think this could mean, something like this from South Africa for the Palestinians?
They tell us, look, I've got offices inside Gaza and I've got offices in the West Bank. And one of my, the head of my office was murdered by the Israeli occupation forces. Another of my team members lost 100 family members, terribly killed and murdered by the Israelis. And collectively, my other staff lost 50 family members. And they keep telling us that our spirit is kept alive by the support of people all over the world. But we identify especially with the people of South Africa because Mandela is an icon to them. They've got in Ramallah the Nelson Mandela Square. We've got a building called the Women and Child Care Center. Mandela's picture was on that building. That building is Nelson Mandela Street, but unfortunately they bombed it. That building is gone. It took care of orphans and widows and did counseling and provided food parcels. We got a second building, a healthcare center in Koza. They bombed that a week ago. There's a clinic, a preschool called Koza Preschool. They bombed that. So our presence in Gaza is well known since 2013. South Africa's initiative to support Palestine is well known from the time of 1994 and before that. So the Palestinians tell us that whatever you do gives us hope, because this is the worst struggle we've had in a very, very long time.
And just with regards to today and everybody that came here together, the Global Day of Action, what are you calling for?
Ceasefire, without a shadow of doubt. Ceasefire, but more than that. We need justice, we need war reparation. We need the Israeli government to rebuild Gaza at their cost. We need Netanyahu to be taken to International Criminal Court and all those members of his cabinet and the military that call for genocide. In their words, all the statements that were presented at the ICJ, which there was intent to harm, to displace, to kill, to maim, to destroy, and to cause genocide and ethnic cleansing. All those key people in his government and in his military, all of them together should be hauled to the ICC. And in addition to that, all those who have been killed indiscriminately, innocent civilians, they need to be compensated for loss of life, for loss of income. All those jobs have to be rebuilt, and all those people who have suffered emotional and traumatic and psychological distress have to be compensated. And then eventually a just solution to the question of Palestine in the Middle East.
Then on social media and there have been messages and statements that have been circulated. One of them came from the SA Jewish Board of Deputies, and they've characterized the case that was presented at the International Court of Justice as being anti-Semitic, and they're saying South Africa is practicing double standards when it comes to, prosecuting people and taking some cases to the court. Do you have a response to that?
South African Jewish Board of Deputies should find a new narrative that's outdated, it's past sell-by dates, anti-Semitic. So all these Jews here, are they anti-Semitic? Are they against themselves? It makes no sense. Tell the South African Jewish Board of Deputies, Israel's got no case. Netanyahu is a terrorist, the most recognized terrorist in the world right now with his cabinet. They are part of this genocide, the murder, the killing of innocent people. Please don't tell us anti-Semitic. And what do you mean by anti-Semitic? Are Jews anti-Jew? And Semites incorporates Arabs. They are anti-Arab, anti-Palestinian, anti-Christian, anti-Muslim. Or change your narrative, find something else to talk about.
Right. And then going forward, just any other further plans just to show solidarity and any plans of action going forward in terms of Gaza and what's happening?
Well, our aid continues all the time. It's very limited, it's very scarce, it's very difficult. As much as they try to, Israel say, they're allowing it to go in, it's part of their normal lies and deception and dishonesty and disingenuous comments. Only 10 trucks a week get to the north. There's several 100,000 people that need support in the north. The hospitals get 2 trucks a week. 30 hospitals have been knocked out. Water plants have knocked out. They knocked out our desalination plant also. We've got 2 that's functional, but there's no electricity and there's no fuel. So very difficult to bring water to the people. But in spite of that, for the first 60 days, we bought whatever we could buy inside Gaza. It's not much, but you can deliver as much as you can, but no trucks, no fuel, and bombs falling everywhere, destroyed roads. We did what we could. On the 13th of December, we managed to get in 3 trucks. It took 20 days for those 3 trucks to get in. To travel the last 30 kilometers took 13 days for 30 kilometers. Yesterday, fortunately, we managed to get in another 7 trucks. But you asked me what's my call. My call is we need a permanent ceasefire, and we need those borders to be opened by Egypt, the Rafah border, so that hundreds and thousands of trucks can go in at a very fast rate, and highly qualified medical personnel need to go in. Those doctors are exhausted, emotionally and physically. They don't even know if their family members are alive or dead, because all they've been doing for 99 days is to save somebody else's life. Doctors have been kidnapped. People from Gaza have been kidnapped. Israelis talking about hostages. They've taken hostages because even on the West Bank, people have disappeared and are missing. They're not in prison. We don't know where they are. That's also a hostage situation. So we need all the Palestinian prisoners to be freed on the West Bank side unconditionally. There's kids 8 years and older that need to be removed from those, released from those prisons. And of course, we want the Israeli hostages to go home also. We want justice to be done. We want peace to come to the area. But this cannot be done without the ceasefire and the arrogant attitude of Israel.
Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman, founder of Gift of the Givers, thank you so much for talking to us. Well, indeed, that was Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman from the Gift of the Givers, the founder, just talking to us more and giving us more insight into this demonstration here. Of course, thousands of pro-Palestinian supporters have come out to the Sea Point Promenade as part of the Global Day of Action for Palestine. Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman telling us that they are actually calling for a ceasefire, a permanent ceasefire, and also calling for the borders to be opened around Gaza so that much needed aid can be delivered into the enclave, just to make sure that there is more support that will be delivered to Palestine and to Gaza. Of course, they are saying that they will continue to demonstrate and to come together to show support and solidarity for the Palestinian people and for Gaza throughout the conflict. With that, back to you in studio.
All right, Corbin, thank you so much for that. Of course, that was Corbin August coming to us live there from Cape Town. As you've heard there from the founder of Gift of the Givers, Dr. Imtiaz Sooliman, they are calling for a permanent ceasefire in the war in Gaza. Let's continue to this now. ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa has called on the world to act to prevent the genocide in Palestine. Ramaphosa says a solution must be found to prevent further bloodshed in Gaza, adding that South Africa will do everything possible to ensure the people of Palestine and Israel live in peace.